Here, children. So, first of all, I have to apologise. What? Don't attack that. Still got the bloody kittens, and we're going to have them for another 3 weeks. So, you're going to have to put up with ridiculous background noise and me being completely distracted and playing like a arse head. So, there we go. So, this is a not logged in random beginner game. My last one was absolutely terrible. Zara, get down. It's not for you. No, it's not for you. No, it's not. Go on, away. Okay, so I'm not going to play my normal repertoire. I'm not going to play F5. Okay, not allowed to play F5. And we won by resignation. Well, that was good. Slightly higher accuracy than my last game. Right, let's see what else we get. Right, we have the white Let's Play London or something. So the point here is that if you're trying to break through 1,000 or whatever, don't stress about openings too much, because this game is not going to be decided by the opening. I guarantee it. Okay, this is square this attack twice. Let's play. So this is like the Jobava London idea. The thing is that this knight could actually have ideas of getting super aggressive and jumping in towards c7, which is defended by, also attacked by this bishop. But most of my mistakes recently, when I've been analysing my blitz games, a lot of my errors have been to do with not developing or going after shiny things. But I think this is worth evaluating. Let's evaluate it at the very least, okay? So if I get to go in there, it's trouble for black, okay? So if I put my knight here, that is a serious threat. They can't kick it or anything like that. They've got to defend that square. And they can't do it with the queen because it's attacked twice. So if I come in here, they've got to defend this square. How can they do it? Bishop there. Right? So I come in here, they're going to put their bishop there. The knight can't defend it. I mean, it could in theory, but both squares are full, so that doesn't work, right? So if I come in here, bishop comes here, I could take the bishop with my knight, in which case pawn takes towards the centre. Have I improved matters? Not enough. Not enough. Maybe I need to stick a coat over it or something like that, and I'll just talk to you very, very softly like this so that you can't hear these. Okay, so opponent has whizzed out their bishop to pin my knight. I'm not even bothered, because I'm going to castle, I think is the idea. If you want to take my knight, go ahead. Right, I've just captured again towards the centre. Yes, I have. So, very often things come with pluses and minuses. So here, I've promoted Barry into a Charlie 2, or Charlie 3, Charlie 2 to Charlie 3. Okay. Now, Andy is now isolated. But that's okay, because, we've got compensation. Pluses, minuses, That's what chess is about. It's about trying to build up the compo over time. You want to incrementally improve your position, while incrementally making life a bit harder for your opponent until something gives. Right? Now, very often at this level, something gives without much pressure. And that's just the way of the world. If I push here, this B pawn that's now a C pawn, right? If I push here, I'm threatening. If they take, I take back the bishop. I've got better pawns. Then my bishop's on here, which is kind of in line with the king, but also biting on granite because there's two pawns in the way. This is also a move. This is a very common move in the London. This is not playable because I've only got one defender of that square and there's two attackers. Okay. Rook E1 is an idea. Let's play Rook E1 then. Trying to be a bit less casual with these games and a bit more clinical, you know, a bit more principled. Because yesterday was bobber, utter bobber. My last one, it was a wayward queen attack that my opponent played, and we both played in like 50% accuracy. It was an awful game. I got into a bad position and just had to cling on until my opponent blundered, which she did. So that's not what you guys need, I don't think. Okay, well that just drops a piece. You see what happens? See what happens, Larry? See what happens, Larry? Yep. They will blunder. If you build it, they will blunder. Okay, I'm just going to come straight back here. I'm going to target this corner again. So we've just won ourselves a piece for free. Thank you very much indeed. Also, now that this knight has retreated to there, even more reason to jump in there with my knight. Even with the bishop, maybe with the bishop. But the bishop's kind of looking at this pawn too. And what's the point of that move? Well, we just don't know. Kind of like the idea of putting my bishop here. My knight could come in there, you see. Could even trade it off, actually. Trade off the bishop, open up the king. Because the queen has just now moved. She's abandoned the d8 square, where she actually was doing something rather important in defending the knight. Now, the knight is defended only by the g-pawn, therefore if I take the knight, g-pawn must capture, or else you've just lost a piece. And you're already a piece down. Here. What is the point of this? Okay, if you want to take that, you take it. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I will recapture with my knight, which, you know, I was thinking about putting there anyway. And that knight is in a very, very dominant position there. Knights in the London, knights love to be on e5. Any kind of London system style. Oppa, London style. Here we go. And now, I think Queenie's threatening to dive out into the board. She's not moved yet. She's just been sitting there knitted. She's ready to dive out with a checkmate threat of her own. Now, do I expect to checkmate my opponent on h7? No. But this is not the point, Master Bruce. Right, why do we bring our queen out to h5? Well, we want our opponent to weaken their position with a move like g6. That is the point. Even like e4 break now. You know, get rid of this, opens up the bishop. Maybe open up the rook is the point of that, you see. So my rook might come out around to g3. Point is here, my opponent's bits, half of them are completely in the wrong place. Right, the fight's over here. Yeah? Fight's all around here. Yeah? And what are these guys doing? Nothing. They're defending a peaceful area, you know? So. Hey. Okay, so the queen's now returned to that spot. So I'm going to dive out here. I don't see any reason not to. We have an immediate threat of checkmate. Right, so something must be done. Either h6 or g6 must be played. Note, if g6, I actually have 3 pieces attacking that. But I'm not going to sacrifice my knight and my bishop for 3 pawns. That just doesn't add up. That's just arithmetic. You are annoying me now. Get out from the back of my computer, because yesterday they pulled the video cable out, didn't you? And my screen went off. Pests. Oi, and you. Oh, horrible things. Oh, it's disconnected. Don't give up. Don't give up, 'cause you have friends. I could shut them out, I suppose. I could kick them outside and shut the door. Answers on a postcard, please. Do you want the kittens kicked out, or do you like these little furry little annoyances running around the place? Okay, well, let's assume that this guy's gonna bail on us. He's got a minute. Let's do a quick review of the game, assuming that he lost. Okay, so occupy the centre, right? Fair enough. Develop a minor piece, knights before bishops, occupy the centre, we are controlling 2 squares in the centre, right? So is opponent. So this is like the mirror image of e4, e5, knight c6, knight f3, knight c6, right? And, okay, so now, this is just normal London style. We're developing this bishop. The bishop's doing a job, it's controlling the e5 square. Opponent would love to play pawn to e5, but he can't because we're now controlling it with a pawn and a bishop, even if this knight comes out. He still can't play e5. Okay, and we're also then preparing, in London style, to play the move pawn to e3. Okay, now that our bishop is on the outside of this dark squared pawn chain. Then probably bishop here, knight normally comes to f3, and then tries to get there. Okay, there we go. So let's go back to that. Knight out. Good move by opponent. Okay, now we see the eval as well, now the game is finished. Okay, white is ever so slightly better, but only as better as we were at the start of the game. Okay, pawn to e3. Solid move. And opponent does likewise. We develop our knight. And out comes the bishop. Okay, the eval said, still kind of equal there. Okay. I bring up my bishop to d3. Everything is balanced right now, right? Right, all we're doing is we're trading a few blows and blocks, right? Nobody's got through yet. Nobody's landed a punch. But this is not the point. We're feeling each other out, right? We're trying to see how you're going to do this. Which way is this fight going to go? They take. The eval says, okay, fine. We recapture the pawn. Still 0.4, 0.5 in white's favour, okay? Don't worry too much about eval, because it's not a reflection of real world performance, because you're not playing against the computer. I hope you're not playing against the computer. Okay, black castles. So black now has the initiative, really. You see, after this move, I play developing move. I've now got 4 pieces out on the board, right? Black has 3 pieces out on the board. Black now trades a piece, and I have to recapture. But it's now black to move. This is the point. So black has the initiative in a sense, but has also given up their bishop, right? And now they have 2 pieces out on the board, and I have 3. So nothing's really changed. Okay, they castle, I castle. Simple. They push this pawn, probably intending to fianchetto this bishop. The engine says, you could have done a little bit better than that, but, so what? Rook e1 now, and the computer didn't like that terribly much. Yeah, but again, we're just building. Unless it's more than at least 0.5 of a pawn difference in it, just ignore what the engine says. And this is just a blunder. Why? Right? So before you make a move like that, you should hold it there and go, is there anything really stupid if I drop this? Oh, maybe I'll put it here. Do you know what I mean? That's all you have to do. And the bishop comes back, and it's jumped now to 5.7 in white's favour. Why? Because they've just lost a bishop that has a nominative value of 3 pawns, okay? So I am currently plus 3 materials, but the difference is nearly 6. Why is it 6? Why has it jumped from like a half in white's favour to nearly 6 in white's favour? Well, I have a nice king. I have the bishop pair, right? And my bits are pointing towards this fella here, okay? My queen's ready to jump in. I have activity, right? This bishop is looking down that side of the board. This bishop is controlling some good squares, right? This knight is still not moved. Undeveloped. This rook is still undeveloped, Arguably so is mine. But it's all white from this point. So do this. I put the bishop in. Engine says fine. I kick. And here still, plus 5 in our favour. And I think at this is the point that, now it's plus 6. Opponent just times out on us, so there you go. Hope it's useful. Yeah, if you're trying to break through that 1,000 barrier, just try and use those principles. Develop your minor pieces, generally knights before bishops, controlling the centre. Don't do anything stupid. Right? If you can do that, you figure it out. Let me know how, because if I could cut out those one-move blunders as well, that would be very nice indeed. So yeah, hope it's useful. Thanks for watching. See you later.